Hey everyone, this is Rejoice Rebirth. I'm going to be doing a reading for Leo for April 2020. I've asked Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron to be with me in this space so that the Leos that are viewing this or any cross watchers can receive messages for their highest mind and their highest good. I will be using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot as well as the Barbara Walker Tarot for clarifiers, and then some guidance from Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. What does Leo need to know for April 2020 for their highest mind and their highest good? Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo 2020. What does Leo need to know April 2020? What does Leo need to know? So you could be dealing with an earth sign. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Someone's planted a seed in your heart, or you have planted a seed in somebody's heart. And then we have the Seven of Wands. What does Leo need to know for 2020? There's someone in your midst who's aware and passionate. Aries 2020. Someone here has a loyal heart. There's been a seed planted, and it's one of loyalty and love. But there's a fire sign present. And she brings with her the snake. A dual nature as well. Someone here who's transformed, who is aware, who's passionate. They have a dual nature. Okay. Leo 2020. April 2020 for Leo. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So this is about you transcending, Leo. This is about you transcending pain. Here we have the Ten of Swords, but in this deck, she's not suffering. Whatever she's just been through has brought her into an awakening, transformation left and right. These aren't just butterflies. These are like angelic looking butterflies. So this could be someone who's an earth angel, someone who's incredibly aware, someone who's taken the Ten of Swords and transmuted it. It's not a Ten of Swords for them anymore. It's a source of strength for them now. And they can look into the darkness and peer through it. It's not an issue for them. In addition to that, if you notice, this is a gateway. As someone has transmuted their Ten of Swords energy, their deep depression and feelings of loss and isolation, someone's transmuted them, and it's allowed them to walk through a gateway. And it's brought in a great awareness. Someone here is deeply evolved, has just really evolved. Here we have union. Okay. And I feel like this person is different from you. There's a seed planted in their heart, and it's one of loyalty. They're willing to work for it. Here with the ants, they carry 50 times their weight. So now that this seed has been planted, it's brought in a transformative energy for them that has allowed them to see you something that's going to be loyal and bring in someone's willing to work for something. And this is an enlightened person. Again, they have the sword of truth awakened around their third eye. So with this seed being planted for this person, it's pushing them on a path of evolution, a transformative path of evolution. You've already been through it. You've already transformed. But what this seed in that other person is, somehow I feel like you've planted that seed in their heart that will eventually grow into strength and loyalty. But first it has to be transmuted from passionate, sneaky energies. Not necessarily sneaky, but I'm seeing the snake representing something that's undesirable. However, she wields the snake, and she can hold the snake and not be bit by the snake. Meaning you see the darkness, you see the light, and neither affects you. So this is you being an incredibly wise person, incredibly aware, and being in touch with your childlike state. Which is a state of innocence and truth. This is the ultimate truth. And this is all the third eye colors, ajna. This is you being in this aura, energetic aura around her. It's allowing her to be protected. In her full knowing, she can be like a child. That's what allowed these energies to go through. That's what allowed her to go through the gateways whenever she reached and got in touch with her childlike state. But this is someone moving from, who knows the truth, who has loyalty in their heart, who's done a lot of work, who's maintained their childlike innocence. And they've planted a seed in somebody's heart that's allowing someone to want to work for what they believe in. They have to start a path of transformation. This transformation is going to have to take place in the sacral chakra first, because that's what needs to be transformed. There's someone here who's incredibly independent. And then someone here, yeah, both people are, one's a lone wolf, another one's incredibly independent. Both kind of the same, complementary. Both are aware of each other. There are two people here aware of each other. And this is where the seed of loyalty and hard work have been planted in the heart. So there's union here. Leo. I want to look at the child. I want to read the child. This is new beginnings, innocence, magic, divine love. It's the potential and the anticipation. Yeah, despite whatever she's been through, whatever this person, probably you, has been through, you still see the light. You still stand in the light. You have walked through darkness. Someone's walked through some darkness. And now they're able to bring both of these into union, both of the dark and light aspects into union. Now, the union card is the number 13, which is a new beginning. Yeah. Okay, I want to pull some clarifiers. So, Leo, this is really, what I feel like I'm seeing here is this is your transformation. This is you, this is your heart growth. Leo, Ace of Pentacles for Leo. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles for Leo. What is it that Leo needs to know? The Four of Wands. Success. Ace of Pentacles. So you've started something that's growing now. You've started something off of your heart passion that's going to bring you instability and love, potentially. Success. Passage. So this seed that you've planted, Leo, it's going to open up the gateways for you to move. It's going to bring in success and a way of passage, a means of passage for you. See, you have what's been given to you as a rite of passage. There's a guide here with the light, allowing you to see the light to move you forward. And then you have this Sphinx kind of pushing the waters along. So you're going through, again, this is that gateway. Because of everything that you've endured, you've transmuted it. You've transmuted the darkness, brought it into light. You have a guiding light with you. There's a guiding light with you. You're not alone. You are divinely protected. You have a guiding light with you. This is why you're able to maintain your innocence. You've been allowed to stand alone. You've been allowed to stand alone in your vision, in your truth and your clarity, and you've been protected to do so that you could go through this gateway, so that you can move forward into this gateway. Clarify the journey. Leo 2020, April 2020. Clarify the journey for Leo. Nine of Cups. So this is going to lead you into your happiness. Whatever you've done here, whatever seed you've planted here, all the transmutational work, you've done alchemy. You've done straight up alchemy. That's not a Ten of Swords for you anymore. It's a source of wealth, abundance, stability. It's not a Ten of Swords for you anymore. Your heart has changed at this point. Your heart has entirely changed. A seed was planted and your heart was entirely changed. Either that this has happened to you, or you've done this for somebody else, or somebody's watching and they're realizing that you've done this for them. So here we have the Nine of Cups, happiness. And this is two people. Clarify the journey. Regret. So yeah, it looks like the shadow aspect of this was regret. And then there's going to move into happiness. And that's the journey, is transitioning from these energies of negativity into energies of positivity. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Hardship. Five of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Wands. For Leo, Seven of Wands for Leo. The Moon. So something was hidden that was causing hardship. Go ahead and pull her off the bottom of the deck. Something was causing hardship that's been brought into balance. Something you were not aware of. That snake is here, yeah. She knows there's a snake on her hand, but she's not fully aware of what the snake is doing. The snake's she knows she's got a snake on her hand. She knows she's in a process of transformation. With the lotus and the butterfly on her third eye, there's a knowingness surrounding her that can see in the dark. She knows there's a snake on her hand, but she doesn't know what the agenda is of the snake. Is the snake about to go for the cat? Is the snake going to go into the bowl of water? What we do know is that there is a snake around her, and it's curious. So I do not necessarily look at snakes as a bad thing. I acknowledge their presence in nature. I think they're beautiful creatures. They do so much for the environment. I don't fear the poisonous ones. I know how essential they are. And even the poisonous ones don't want to hurt you. They want to give you a warning before they snap. They snap. Like rattlesnakes will give you a warning rattle. So you aren't fully aware of the capacity of the snake, basically. And that's what this moon is. And because of that, it's kind of caused a bit of a hardship and left you out in the cold. But we have a temperance energy out right now. So I want to look at the Seven of Fire real fast. So with the Seven of Fire represents the development and use of one's intuition to see a way forward and predict possible outcomes. Intuition is that gut feeling. It is an instinctual or unconscious knowing. And when you heed it, when you heed it, it keeps you safe from making mistakes and leads you to being in the right place at the right time. It is a feeling of recognition that we often ignore, but if we choose to heed, can have us moving through life in a harmonious accord with our surroundings. So this is about using and trusting your intuition. This is about you knowing that there's a snake there. So this was concerning, okay, now if we look at it this way, a seed of love was planted that propelled you onto a new journey concerning somebody else, but maybe it didn't work out because you noticed there was a snake in the midst. You were moving forward with this seed of love. You thought this was going to be your Four of Pentacles moving into this loving relationship. You were ready to start over. You thought the Nine of Cups was right there. Your happiness was at hand, but it turned into regret. Intuitively, you've been led to that because you could feel feelings of hardship, being left out in the cold, but they weren't present in the third dimension, in the material, tangible realm. You couldn't put your hand on it. It wasn't anything. It was just something you felt. It was purely intuitive. It was purely intuitive concerning this union. But there's been balancing that's going to be brought. There's an angel helping your intuition that's bringing balancing to the situation. So let's clarify union. Clarify union for Leo. Clarify union for Leo. Clarify union for Leo. Clarify union for Leo. So there's an angel. So this is dream. You may be learning something in your dream state concerning this intuition and the snake. Whatever is hidden in this moon may be revealed in your dream state that you may learn. And you have an angel pouring out a cup over you. Someone's going to bless you. So there's an angel here that's going to bless you with a cup of love because you're able to follow your intuition. But it may come through the dream state. You may find out. Clarify union, the Fool, and the Ace of Pentacles, the Prince of Wands. Okay. Reward. In the beginning. So the work you put in has basically manifested a reward. You're going to learn about this in a dream state. This is all tied into your intuition. And you being able to acknowledge that you can't see exactly what's there, but you know something's there. Because you're able to do that, Spirit's going to reward you with something. It's going to set you on a new journey. I do want to look at 12 of Earth. The Seneschal. This is a servant, an administrator, a meditator, mediator, justice, law, organized, trustworthy, loyal. So this is kind of like the Hierophant. This symbolizes the service to king and country. The Seneschal is trusted servant who has access to and control over all within the Lord's domain. While being of noble blood himself, he is in service to and speaks for the one above him. His duties are many. He is respected by some and feared by others, for he holds the keys to both the treasury and the dungeon. He is both judge and mediator within the halls and lands of the kingdom. So this is someone with great power. They have all the keys. They hold all the information. They're loyal. They're loyal to their country. They work hard for their country. And someone sees truth very clearly. When you're able to see truth very clearly, you do embody the innocence of a child. Because of this intuition that you've decided to follow, it's brought you into great wisdom. It's made you both knower and seeker. And it's allowed you to be complete within yourself. This is you being loyal to your most inward innocence. Because of the gateway you've went through, because of the transmutation of the Ten of Swords that you've done, you know that you have to be utmost loyal to this inner child. This is your inner self, your inner child. Because there was already a snake in the garden. And once you realize this, you were able to transmute all of that and hold on to your inner child state. Please clarify the Seneschal, the Seven of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles. Clarify for Leo, Seven of Pentacles. Clarify for Leo, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, seclusion with the Four of Swords, the Two of Pentacles. You had to go inward into an isolated state to understand what the situation was happening. And this is change and opposition. So in order for you, the reason this loyalty is here, the reason the hard work is here, the reason you're able to go through that gateway is because you were able to allow change and you defeated the opposition by listening to your intuition. It caused you to, forced you to go inwards. And you had to do a lot of work. You had to do a lot of work to transmute these energies. But now they've been balanced out. Your work is complete. And you've destroyed the opposition. You have that sort of truth now on your third eye, and it is completely open. Clarify the child for Leo 2020. Clarify the child, Prince of Cups. So you realizing everything, this is a reading about transformation. This is a reading about the work that you've done, how a seed was planted and what it's evolved into, how it's pushed you through a gateway. Even though you never received any tangible evidence of what it was you were feeling in your heart, you knew something was hidden. You knew there was a snake in the garden. You knew it was giving you feelings of feeling left out, because there was some sort of energies that were being handed to you, yet they were false. So, because you've made your way back to your innocent state, you've pushed all that aside, you went through the gateway and made it back into your innocent state, you're going to be reaching for, you see the cup brighter. You see your cup of love brighter and bigger now. You're not going to reach for this cup of deceit. That was a cup of deceit you were kneeling at, but now you see the real cup, and it's just right there. It's going to take the innocence of a child to see that cup and to be able to reach that cup. Here we have the King of Swords. It's sort of depicting Kali Ma when she's trampling on her demons. Actually, she likes to stand on her husband. But here she's represented as a Taurus. So this can be a Taurus woman or a Taurus man that's really just defeated that inner struggle and has allowed them to see the deceitful cup and the real cup. You can now see the difference between the deceitful cup. You're not grabbing the deceitful cup that's right in front of you. It's not real. It's not a real cup of love. The cup of love is just above that. So you've been able to bypass this deceitful energy into a real union. You're moving into a real union. It's the reward for bypassing that deceitful prince. All it was a Prince of Wands. It was an immature offer of love, but coded in the devil. It was the devil. You've seen it. You're able to move past it. You see, you were about to take your step down. And now when you actually put your foot down this time, you see on the Fool, when he actually puts his foot down this time, it's going to be on solid ground this time. Yeah. You've had a heart opening that's allowed you to transmute and transform. It's put you on a new journey. Because you saw something fake and you see it for the regret that it was. You were hopeful that it was leading into the Four of Wands, that union energy, but it wasn't. Instead, you've bypassed that. You've walked through the gateway into, you've evolved. You've absolutely evolved. You held on to your childlike innocence as well as the wisdom that's been bestowed upon you. Now you can see the difference between a bad cup and a good cup. And that's what this is about. You knowing the difference between a good cup and a bad cup. And this is the angels saying, okay, you don't want none of these cups. No matter how many cups there are, I want the angelic cup. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have strength, number 11. Number 11, life path 1, leadership number 11. This is the number of a leader. Someone who's, and this is strength too. You're a leader and you're strong. And you're beautiful. And you got this. That's you right here. This is both you in your transformation. Holding your own Ace of Cups. Holding your own Ace of Cups because you've gained the perception you need. And it has allowed you to be this Queen of Earth. This could be a Taurus woman watching this. Or an earth energy. You are the Senate's child. You are both, you have the key and the lock. And you're the Queen of the Earth. This is you. All because you were able to, yeah, there was something here, a deceit here you maybe didn't want to acknowledge because you wanted union so bad, but you knew that it wasn't what it was acting like it was. You let it go. Which has opened up a door of just where you had a place in your heart, there's loyalty there now. There's hard work and loyalty there now with the keys. You can't deceive these eyes anymore. The sword of truth is open and aware. You cannot deceive these eyes anymore. You can walk around in your childlike innocence knowing you will not be tampered with because you're in your strength. You've transmuted. You've evolved. No one can tamper with you now. And that's all it was. Everyone was just tampering with you. Why? Not because they're evil. Because one, they're unaware of what they're doing. And two, it was your karma. It's not your karma anymore. You've transmuted all of that. Well, I'm going to get, these were already down for guidance. Easy does it. Yeah, look, this is angels holding you in your childlike innocence while you're flourishing and blooming. This is you starting off again. You're not going to be deceived by love anymore. Love's not going to deceive you anymore. Your third eye is open. You're standing in your childlike innocence. You've let go of what doesn't serve you anymore because you're super powerful and super strong. That tree is barren. It doesn't matter. You're going to create abundance anyways, and you're going to hold your strength, and you're going to be beautiful while you do it. And see, under that is the Two of Cups. Under that is the Sun. So as soon as you let something go, something else that was actually tangible and perfect for you in your world actually showed up. And you're going to be sharing a lot of things with somebody. I don't see them here yet, because I feel like as soon as you put your foot down after walking away from whatever that was biting your ankles, you said goodbye to it. As soon as you put your foot down on the next step, it's going to be one of stability. And you got that white butterfly of transformation right there. So easy does it. Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me detach, retreat, and let go so that healing can occur. That's what you had to do. You had to detach, retreat, and let go so that healing could occur. And then Archangel Michael says you are guarded and protected. Absolutely. And you can see that here with the aura around her. And you can see that here with the butterfly right there. And you can see that here, even in your dream space, you're being protected by angels. And you can see here, there's another cup waiting for you. And it's literally, your hand is almost on it. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Archangel Michael has his sword drawn for you. He's ready. He wants you to have your heart healing. Your heart deserves to heal. And you're going to be held, you're being held like a baby throughout this process as you blossom. You finally let go of the last karmic that tried to deceive you, my friend. Leo, good job. It's not going to happen anymore. That is no longer your karma. That's that, Leo. And I hope you have a great month.